Rumba Room is probably the only genuine salsa bar in Memphis, in the southern area. It started almost 18 years ago, the origins of it. I worked at Horseshoe for many years, and I had recently been divorced, and I saw a little ad in the paper, salsa classes. This guy, Alex Labrador, and Desiree McCain, who's a well-known ballroom instructor here in the area, were giving salsa instruction at Alfred's on Beale Street. I was doing nothing, and so I went down there, and I loved it. You know, being that I'm from Puerto Rico, but I had never learned salsa. I grew up with rock and roll. I was a 60s child, and so I told Alex, look, if you keep doing this, I'll support you. We need to do this. And so for 8 years, we would go to restaurants, Mexican restaurants, and we would tell the owners, or any kind of restaurant, we would tell the owners, hey, after dinner, if you we'll move your tables and we'll bring business to your bar. Once you're done serving your dinners, and we'll dance salsa. So after about 8 years of having a solid following, because people really took to it, Alex went to LA to get, he was originally there, and that's how he got exposed to salsa. And he invited Edgar Mendez, who's a big salsero in LA, and he brought him here to give lessons as well. And Edgar found this place, and it was an old warehouse. I went to my 401k plan and got money, and we did this ourselves with pennies on the dollar with friends. This was an ugly warehouse, 303 and 301 South Main. We rented it from Max Pepperwright, who's been here for over 60 years with his printing company, and he was doing nothing with these two spaces, these two warehouses. And we made it into what you see, which is a beautiful bar and dance hall. And so we opened in 2008, New Year's Eve. I remember I actually had to go put $2,000 on my credit card to get the liquor that night because we didn't have any money left. But I always had faith. I always believed in it. I believed in Edgar, I believed in Alex, I believed in the enthusiasm of the people that were following us and enjoy the camaraderie. I mean, salsa is social, it's physical, and people just enjoyed it. And so it's not, we opened, and we've been open now 10 years. You know, I think it's a success story. We leased the building from Mr. Pepperwright for the first 9 years, and in 2016 we bought the building. We own 301 and 303 South Main are ours now. We got it financed and we bought it. So we'll be here for a long time to come, and I just think it's, you know, the rags to the riches type of story, but it's, you know, we did it for fun. It wasn't the money so much. Of course, once you're in business, you have to make money, and we're basically open on the weekends, and we have been giving basic salsa lessons, introductory salsa lessons for the last 10 years. That's our stable. Friday and Saturday at 9:30, there's a salsa lesson in the Rumba Room. And but if you really want to learn in depth, you would go to Edgar's studio. He has a studio at Madison. It's called Madison Dance Studio in Minglewood Hall, and that's his studio. And there you can learn. He's got classes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So inexpensive, and people go there and they develop. He's a hell of a dancer. He's a hell of a choreographer. Hell of a guy. And he's my partner. And so, you know, that's basically the story of the Rumba.
Yeah.
We made it, and I think we'll be here for a long time. I think that you probably won't find a more eclectic group of people under one roof getting along and having fun than at the Rumba Room. I mean, we have people of all cultures, of all backgrounds, African Americans, Caucasians, Hispanics, Asians. Salsa has become international. It's worldwide. You can find a salsa club in China. I mean, there are China. It's gone everywhere because it's such a hot dance. It's beautiful to watch. It's lead and follow. It's traditional, yet it's very sexy, and it's any degree or any level of you could take it to. You could go competition, or you could just have fun with it, And of course, I say I'm good with my 3 steps. That's I'm no expert, but I have fun with it. And it's a great it's a good place for people to meet. In the 10 years we've been open, we've married 25 couples have gotten married that have met at the Rumba Room. Because like I always tell people, it's not tennis where you're here, she's down there across the net. No, salsa is up close and personal, When you have a beautiful woman in your arms, I mean, something happens. If you're a man, something's gonna happen. It's just chemistry. Anyway, so we have married 25 people have gotten married that met at the Rumba Room. And I think it's a wonderful thing. I mean, it's a great, I think dance is innate in all tribal cultures, and we forget as human beings that we're basically tribal. We get so compartmentalized in our little apartments and our little houses, we don't even know our neighbors. But when you come to a tribe where everybody dances and everybody gets excited over the music, you let your guard down, you just express yourself with movement and have fun. And I think that's really innate in all of us, and I think many of us have just not either explored or forgotten about that, but I think it's a healthy thing. Being Puerto Rican, I've done everything in my power. I worked very hard to make this a success. I mean, we have come across some tough roadblocks along the way, and I have put my head and effort and every bit of energy to make sure that nothing stopped us. And so far, we're doing well. I've always said, the Rumba Room is a clean place. We're not a drunken bar, and I like to drink, but anytime we open the doors, it's either me, which I'm an owner, or Edgar is here. We don't just delegate the Rumba Room to somebody else. We're not at that stage yet. I'm not saying it couldn't happen one day with somebody that you trust, but we care. This is our baby. We care about it, and we always want to. I say, my sister, my mother, any woman can come here by herself and feel safe and feel that she will be treated with respect. We won't put up with any we just don't. We don't put up with any hanky-panky, we just don't. And that's our reputation. We've been voted top 3 dance place in Memphis for the last 10 years. At the Flyer and the commercial people. It's for a reason.
I've been doing this for almost over 20 years. I started back in Los Angeles. I lived there for almost 20 years too, and then I moved to Memphis. And there was nothing like the Rumba Room in Memphis. When I moved, I think they only have like 1 or 2 Starbucks in the whole city. So Salsa Club was like not even in their dreams. They didn't know. When we first opened, they didn't know what we were. We tell them we're a salsa dancing club. They didn't understand what it was. So we have to, I remember people calling me Ricky Ricardo. I had to tell them that. It's like a lot of losers, remember Ricky Ricardo? Oh yeah, like Ricky Ricardo. That's how I kind of have to refer people to know about salsa dancing. Otherwise, they didn't have no idea. I don't mean to brag, but we're the only place where everybody comes in and they just enjoy the music. They don't go because it's their music. Because everybody, if you notice out there, maybe 20% are Latinos, 25 or more. The rest is everything else. They have no idea what the songs are talking about. They just enjoy the music. they don't even have to speak the same language. Just the enjoyment of the music and the connection of the dance. You just break barriers and you just leave your guard down and you feel more comfortable talking to a person. On the lesson, after the lesson, you saw the way we did the lesson today? Most of the people, they didn't know each other. But because they did that lesson, they won't feel uncomfortable asking that person to dance, or they don't feel uncomfortable smiling to each other because they already have a physical connection. I've danced all my life since I'm from Guatemala, and I've always danced in my country. Everywhere you go, any reunion you dance. It's not like a party. If somebody says we're gonna do a party right here in the States, if you just go to an apartment, have drinks and talk. If you say let's go to my house, you're gonna dance. So when I came to the States in Los Angeles, it's a very Latino predominant area. So there's a lot of clubs and stuff like this one. There's like probably like 10 clubs like the Rumba Room going at the same time, 7 nights a week, and they're all packed. So when I got to LA, I started going down dancing, and I met guys who used to dance in movies. There was this famous movie Salsa, and there was a lot of the extras from that movie, and the Latin thing started to pick up at that point. So there was they needed dancers, and I met an incredible dancer who was a professional and taught me how to dance, and I danced on his company for almost 8 years, and he trained me, and we used to travel all over the place, teach lessons to shows. We worked in Vegas, we worked different countries, pretty much every state of the country, and that's how I ended up in Memphis. I met one of my students who was stationed in San Diego, Camp Pendleton. He's a Marine. He used to take lessons with me in San Diego. And when we came to Atlanta, he went to see us over there, and he invited me to come here to Memphis because it's so close. So I came, and he used to throw these little parties out in his garage in Bartlett. That's basically where the Rumba started, in a little garage in Bartlett, with a Filipino guy who was trying to teach whatever he could to this group of 10 people. And he brought me there, and I remember teaching him a class, and he goes, man, can you come back and teach some more? I go, yeah, bring me once a month, and I'll train you guys, and we do a salsa party every time I come. So we did that for 2 years, and then he convinced me, him and my partner Jim, they were just like, oh, you need to move here, you need to move here, you need to move here. Now, at the time I was almost 30 years old, and dancing, just professional dancers, there's not really much future. And I saw the open market and the opportunity here to pretty much do everything that I already have in LA, but it will be impossible to do in LA. So cost of living, property value, everything was just so cheap over here. So I moved here and we started dreaming about the Rumba Room, and I moved here in 2004. 2007 we signed our lease on this building. It took us a year to open. We just like putting all our little money together, Jim, my other partner, and myself, and it took us a year to open it with help of a lot of the people, a lot of the community. They loaned us money. They helped us to do this, and we opened since 2008, and the rest is history. You still go to Memphis and you go to a place where it's just either black or white, or it's very rare to see a good mix. You come here, everybody's here. Everybody, the funny thing, they don't know what the heck their songs are saying. And they just love the music. They love the mojitos, they love the caipirinhas, they love the Latin drinks that we make here, and then they're happy for it. You know, and they feel so comfortable here because everybody talks. Me and Jim, we make our way to at least say hi to everybody. It's such a small club that we're walking around the whole night. We get to see everything. We get to meet people. People know us by first name basis, and they know who we are. So yeah, I definitely think the Rumba Room has brought a side of culture that Memphis was missing.
I had a friend from home who was part of a live band from Nashville, and when he said I'm playing at the Rumba Room, you should come. And so I came, watched him play, and I